Hi, it's your MB Home Gals again, Becky and Lori, and we're here with Matt with Fairway New Braunfels, and we're going to talk about, we've shopped and you have a loan and what not to do.
Right, just as important.
Just very, very important. Some things we don't want you to do while you're in this process. So Matt,
you don't have a loan yet. You have a loan in process.
Yes,
we'll
in
go
process.
there.
Right. Yes.
So there's a handful of things, and we don't say this to scare you, but there's a handful of things that, just a little bit of
You need to be aware because you want
exactly.
to go as
we want you to make
this
it to the closing table and for things to work. So I'd say the most common question that we get is, can I go buy X before we close on the home?
New car.
Or even appliances.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Home Depot's having a sale, or if I open a credit card with Home Depot, I can do this. And so when I start hearing those, it's not that the transaction couldn't happen. There are cases when it may not, so we obviously don't want that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But more than anything, delays are almost always going to come into play when you open new credit or when you largely increase your existing credit. So even if you have a credit card that's got we'll call it $1,000 balance on there, and you have a $5,000 limit, if you go buy appliances and you take that limit to $4,000, or your balance to $4,000, it could drastically change our qualification numbers. It could require additional documentation, and it, for lack of a better way to put it, it could prevent you from either closing on time or closing at all.
Not
if you
worth
don't
it.
have, so that's one. I think you had a story about buying something prior to closing and not checking with the lender to see if that was okay.
Yes. And it was a fairly significant. I mean, I had clients that were under contract for a lake house, and the husband was so excited he went and bought a boat prior to the lake house closing.
Yeah.
And now they have a boat and a lake house. So now
Lori tells her clients,
do not buy anything,
not even a stick of gum,
without calling me and the lender for approval. So, or guidance, I guess.
it's just not worth it.
Right.
It's a fairly short process, 30, 45, 60 days. I mean, once we are under contract, and just slow it down. You'll get your new furniture after you move in.
Yeah, so that's one. So don't make any large purchases or large increases on credit or open new credit accounts. A couple of other things that might be wise. One, don't make big money transfers without discussing those with your lender. Some people don't realize that when you take money and move it from account A to account B, and it's a sizable amount, and every lender can tell you what that sizable amount looks like based on your transaction, but it can require, again, additional documentation or additional what we would call sourcing, because we are bound to provide, even though you own both accounts, we have to trace money movement. Because of gift laws and things that have been enacted into home purchases.
Right,
and
but those were all written in for everyone's protection.
That's right.
Correct.
These bubbles that we've had in our real estate economy, and it's not worth. It's there for everyone's protection. So that's why they ask these questions. It's not because we don't trust you.
Right.
Yeah. So don't move money without talking to somebody. Usually opening brand new accounts, I've had some folks that will say, we're going to buy a house, so let's open a new account and move all of our money over there to prepare to buy the house. Again, not a real wise decision. I would always talk to a lender first before you open new accounts or move money around. We may give you the best way to do it that provides the least amount of ripple effect in the transaction.
Exactly.
And then I would say the other thing, don't actively change jobs or volunteer to change pay structures. I've had some folks that had a great opportunity to go from salary to commission while they're trying to buy a house, and it's just not a great thing to do.
Much more difficult.
And then I'm trying to think of what some of the others might be. I think those are, so I would say it goes into the purchase, credit, job, and assets are really the things that we want to be careful.
And always, if they have any questions, they can pick up the phone and call you.
Pick up the
and say,
phone. You're a crucial part of this whole process. They are there for you. They're in your corner just like us. And so just ask the questions.
Yep.
Ask the questions because we want to get you to the finish line.
We'll give answers to questions. We like to.